On the morning of August 4th, 1892, a quiet home in Fall River, Massachusetts became the scene of one of the most infamous murder cases in American history. Andrew and Abby Borden were found brutally murdered, and suspicion quickly fell on Andrew's daughter, Lizzie Borden. The shocking nature of the crime captivated the public, inspiring newspaper headlines, endless speculation, and a rhyme that would cement Lizzie's place in history. Yet more than 130 years later, one question remains unanswered. What really happened inside the Borden house that day? On this episode of Haunted Hangout, we're exploring the murders of Andrew and Abby Borden, the investigation that followed, the controversial trial, and the theories that continue to surround the case. We'll also take a look at the alleged hauntings connected to the Borden home, which many believe remains one of America's most infamous haunted houses. Was Lizzie Borden a cold-blooded killer who got away with murder? Or was she wrongly accused of a crime she didn't commit?
I'm very excited for this.
Yeah. I'm glad you are.
I've wanted you to do this for so long.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
All right.
Right.
Are we getting into it or are we going to chat?
Hey, you
about
girl.
it?
Welcome to Haunted Hangout.
Oh.
You know what, Liz, for that? Welcome
No!
to Haunted Hangout.
Please don't.
Welcome to Haunted Hangout, a podcast for those fascinated by the unexplained, captivated by the paranormal, and entranced by the absurd. I'm your host, Chelsea.
And I'm your host, Liz.
Yay.
Woo! I'm doing Lizzie Borden today.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. I have been dying for Liz to do this
Yes.
for so long. Probably since we started the podcast.
Oh,
I think
really?
We talked about this.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this is just, like, everyone knows about Lizzie Borden,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's just
It's such a fascinating case.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you at the top of the episode, do you think she did it?
Yes.
You think she did it?
I
Okay.
do.
All right.
I do.
All right. We'll see if your answer changes by then.
And I don't know why, because I know that there's a lot of like evidence to say she didn't, right?
There's some things, yes.
Okay, but for some reason I really think she did,
Fair, yeah.
and I don't know why.
A lot of people do indeed think she did it. Yep.
Okay, that makes me
A
feel
lot
better.
of people do.
Okay,
I feel like most people
think she does. She did.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything we want to chat about before I get into it?
Diddle-um.
Oh, like that.
I don't know. Liz bought a pendulum. I think we
Yeah,
talked about this.
We
before.
talked about it on the last episode. My
Yes.
pendulum.
Yes.
Yes. I cleansed it and I guess calibrated it.
It's freaky.
And I brought it, and we were using it last night. But, to be fair, we were
man.
asking it pretty stupid questions.
We were like, should we get wings?
Should we order wings on Uber Eats, or should we just drive to go get them and save ourselves $20?
The drive was an immediate yes. It was like save the $20.
It's like, should we drive to go get the food? It was like, yes.
Yes. But it is freaky.
Mm-hmm.
Like I asked it like my name, and I was like, is my name Chelsea? Immediate
Yep.
swings. I was like, is my dad's name? And then I said my dad's name, immediate swings.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, this is wild.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were having fun with that.
We were having fun
and then
with
you
that.
got your tarot deck. We were
very
kind of-
confused by that.
well, we don't know anything about it pretty much.
Yeah.
So, anyway, well.
Yeah. We'll keep exploring. We'll keep trying.
Yeah.
What? Are you going under the bed? No, you want to
No.
take the towel? No.
No.
Thank
No,
you.
Murph.
Come here. But we did watch a movie, and Murph
Oh,
was
yeah, we
very
did.
cuddly last night.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah.
So-
And for those who are like, oh, like what happened to your summer ween? Well,
Well,
we
listen,
got lazy
Here's the
and
thing.
we didn't do it.
Yeah, but we will. I mean,
We will.
it's not even officially summer yet, so I mean,
No, it's not. So we still have plenty of time.
we have time. We will do it.
We did watch like a summer ween-ish movie though.
We did.
We watched-
It did have summer ween vibes.
Yeah. It's called Summer of '84. If anyone's
Yeah.
heard it. It was okay. It
It was pretty
It
mid.
was decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the only like Summerween themed thing
that we
because we
did.
were like, okay, we can go to the store, we can buy all the stuff, and then we're like, or we can get chicken wings.
Or we can get wings from Wingstop.
So we did that.
We were like, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So that's in fact what we did.
Yeah.
And it was
it was
really good.
fucking love Wingstop.
It was
Delish.
delish.
So anyway, that was our thing. So yeah, if you're wondering why we didn't post anything, it's not because we forgot. It's just that we literally didn't do anything
Yeah.
like themed really, other than watching the movie.
Yeah.
But we will do it at some point this summer.
We will.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Should I dive in?
You can dive in.
All right. Let's go. Okay. So on the morning of August 4th, 1892, a 32-year-old woman named Lizzie Borden made a yeah, I know, she's our age.
She's our age.
Yep, she was our age when
I
this
didn't know that.
happened. Yep.
Okay, that's
I
wild.
know.
That's very
I always
interesting.
pictured her being like older, and then I
always
read that
pictured
I was
being
like,
younger.
oh really?
Yeah, for some reason.
You know, our age, 32. 32.
What an age.
I know. So, a 32-year-old woman named Lizzie Borden made a horrifying discovery in her Fall River, Massachusetts home. In the front room, she found her father, 69-year-old Andrew Borden, lying deceased on the couch. It was clear that he had been beaten to death. Specifically, he had been struck with an axe or hatchet 10 to 11 times in the head. The police were summoned to the house, and that's when Lizzie's stepmother, 64-year-old Abby, was found lying face down in an upstairs guest bedroom, appearing to have suffered the same fate as Andrew. She had been struck with an axe or hatchet 18 to 19 times.
Damn.
Yep. So, Lizzie Andrew Borden was born on July 19th, 1860.
Her middle name's Andrew?
Yes, her middle name is her father's name.
Oh my goodness. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
I feel like that's a very, 1800s thing to do.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, her name is Lizzie Andrew Borden. And I think I always assumed that her name was Elizabeth, and then everyone just called her Lizzie, but according to all sources, she was just born Lizzie Andrew Borden.
Wow, I thought she was Elizabeth as well.
Yeah, no. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe she was, but even on Wikipedia, it says Lizzie Borden. And, she was born Lizzie Andrew Borden. So I'm like, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Lizzie's mother, Sarah Morse, died when Lizzie was just an infant. 2 years later, Andrew Borden married Abby Durfee Gray. So by 1892, Lizzie and her older sister Emma were both unmarried and living in the Borden house, located at 230 2nd Street in Fall River, Massachusetts. The Bordens were a well-known and influential family. Andrew owned several properties, served as bank president, sat on the board of directors for 3 other banks, and was the director of multiple businesses. By today's standards, he would have been considered a multimillionaire.
Wow.
Yeah, so he had a lot of money, but allegedly he was quite frugal with it, though.
Yeah.
So Lizzie was
I weirdly remember that.
Yes. So Lizzie was an active member of her church, a participant in multiple women's groups, and a member of the Women's Christian Temperance Union. So, after the murders, the police initially considered the killings to be the work of a man, most likely a quote-unquote foreigner, and actually arrested an innocent Portuguese immigrant only a few hours after the murders.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah. So Lizzie was not thought of as a suspect at first, most likely due to her high social ranking and the fact that she was a Sunday school teacher. Because, of course, back then they're like, "Oh, a woman of this social standing? She could never."
Never.
However, the police changed their minds about her after she was interviewed. Her answers to questions would change, and she didn't appear to be as upset as they expected her to be. Which nowadays, you can't really base anything off of someone's reaction because
No.
everyone reacts differently to things. But
Yeah.
this was 1892. So
Yeah. It's a long time ago.
yeah. Furthermore, an officer discovered that she had purchased deadly prussic acid from a drugstore just one day before the murders.
Suspicious.
Which is suspicious, yes. So at the time of the murders, Lizzie and the Borden's maid, Bridget Sullivan, were the only ones at home. Emma had been away visiting friends, and the sister's uncle, John Morse, who had been staying with them for a few nights, had left the house that morning to visit another niece in town. It was discovered that Abby had actually been killed about an hour and a half before Andrew.
Damn.
I don't have it here, but in one of the sources I read, it was So they found Andrew. His body was still warm. By the time they found Abby, she was cold. So that's how they knew that she had died first.
Gotcha.
So during the time of Abby's attack in the upstairs guest bedroom, Bridget claimed that she had been outside washing windows while Lizzie was inside the house.
It's crazy because I feel like she would have heard something.
Yep. So when Andrew was attacked, Bridget was upstairs in the attic resting in her room. And this was like on the 3rd floor. And Lizzie said she went outside to get some pears from a tree and then spent about 15 to 20 minutes in the barn looking for lead sinkers, which are like used for fishing.
Again, feel like she would have heard something.
Yeah. So police had a few issues with this. First, they felt it was impossible for Lizzie to have been home during Abby's attack and not hear anything. Especially the sound of Abby's body falling to the floor.
Yep.
And so apparently now, I don't know if they do this for every single tour, but when you go to the Lizzie Borden house, because it's now run as a bed and breakfast and a museum, they will actually, well, in one of the sources I read, she went there and this is what they did. They like dropped a weight that was approximately like how much Abby weighed in the upstairs bedroom. And she said like the whole house shook. So it's like you would hear it. And like the house is not that, it's not that big.
Yeah.
Second, if another person did commit the murders, they would have had to wait in the house for an hour until Andrew came home. Because Andrew had left that morning and was out of the house while Abby was murdered. And then he came back. And that's when he was... Well, he wasn't attacked right away. He like went into the like main sitting room and like had a nap on the couch, and that's when he was attacked.
Yeah.
So the police found it odd that... Did I say this already? I can't remember if I said this already, but the police found it odd that someone would lie in wait and not also attack Lizzie.
Yeah, no, you didn't say that yet. But
I didn't say that yet. So they were like, why would someone come kill these two people while Lizzie was in the house?
Yeah, and then leave her. It makes no sense.
So third, neither Lizzie nor Bridget saw anyone coming or going from the house. Yeah. And like at the time of Abby's, like Bridget was outside and Lizzie was inside. So that's two people kind of like in two separate areas of the house who didn't see anything. Based on these inconsistencies, and in addition to Lizzie's confusing and conflicting statements, police arrested her on August 11th, 1 week after the murders.
All of that seems very, like, circumstantial, though.
I mean, it is, and, like...
Sorry, I'm just moving my mic.
Oh, no, it's okay. It is pretty much all circumstantial, which, again, back then, that's, like...
Yeah,
most of it would be circumstantial, because it's not like they had, like, forensic evidence, but they didn't really have... much else either, which I will get to.
They had no like witness, nothing.
No.
Yeah.
So there are, however, several factors that may suggest that Lizzie was innocent of the crime. So the brutal attacks surely would have covered the perpetrator in blood, yet the police never found bloody clothes or cleaning materials.
Okay, yeah.
So if Lizzie was in fact the murderer, it would have had to unfold like this. So Lizzie kills Abby, possibly in the nude or with bare feet. So some people wonder, like, maybe she didn't get any blood on her because she was naked. She then cleans herself and redresses or changes her clothes. About an hour later, Andrew comes home. Lizzie continues her day as normal, and at some point, Bridget heads upstairs to her room in the attic, and her room was actually accessed by the back stairs, so she wouldn't have walked past where Abby's body was in the guest bedroom.
Okay.
That's why, like, people are like, well, wouldn't she have seen?
Yeah.
It's a different staircase.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So Lizzie then strips naked again or puts her bloody clothes back on and kills Andrew while he naps in the front room.
Okay, the idea of her murdering people naked is just so far-fetched to me.
And one of the, because there have been so many like movies and stuff, and I can't remember which movie, but in one of the movies, that's like they made it, like they had her be naked.
That's wild. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah,
that just seems very far-fetched to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems more likely that she would have had clothes and changed out of them.
Yeah.
Because she had time. Like, she had, like, an hour.
Just
so,
wait.
Like, okay.
So...
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
That's okay. So Lizzie then strips naked again or puts her bloody clothes back on and kills Andrew while he naps in the front room. She then cleans herself up, dresses, and discovers Andrew's body and alerts Bridget. The sequence of events during and after Andrew's attack would have had to happen very quickly.
Okay.
So Bridget claimed that only 12 minutes had elapsed between the time she went up to her room to when Lizzie called for her.
Yeah, but I guess too, like when the police came, yeah, they probably, like, where would she have stashed the bloody clothes if she had bloody clothes?
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
So another possible indicator of Lizzie's innocence is the lack of the murder weapon. They never found it. So the police never found the hatchet or axe that was used. So that means in the 12-minute time span, she would have had to
hide the murder weapon.
She would have had to kill Andrew.
Yes.
Get all the blood off of her. Hide a murder weapon.
And get the police. Alert Bridget
in only 12 minutes.
Yeah.
In another source I said, it said like 8 to 13 minutes. And then one said 12.
Seems...
So it's a very short time span. And again, this is like if she's naked and redressed. Either way, she would have to redress.
Yeah.
This is like 1800s dressing. Like that takes a while.
It's like girdle.
Yeah. So anyway,
Corset.
so it's a little...
But I wonder too if like her and Bridget were in cahoots.
I will get there.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so Lizzie pleaded not guilty to the charges of murder. On August 22nd, her preliminary hearing was held, and the judge pronounced her probably guilty, and she was ordered to face a grand jury.
Perhaps guilty, perhaps not.
Yeah. So the jury initially refused to issue an indictment, but after new evidence was presented, the grand jurors chose to indict. So this new evidence was testimony from Alice Russell, a family friend who had stayed with the Bordens for a few days following the murders. Alice claimed that she witnessed Lizzie burning a blue dress in a kitchen fire. Lizzie claimed the dress was covered in old paint. It's a little
Why would you burn it?
A little suspicious.
That's a little suspicious. I mean, why would you burn a dress? Like,
right.
Why wouldn't you just, it was covered in old paint. I mean, give it away.
I can't remember
Donate
where
it.
I read this and who witnessed this, but apparently they said that this was something that Lizzie did do, though, is like burning old clothes. I don't know why.
That's bizarre, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what people in the Victorian era did. Like, was this something that they did to get rid of clothes? I have no idea.
I don't know, but I still feel like
so
it's
weird.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
It's very suspicious, and
yeah.
I can't see people being like, this dress is old, let's burn it.
Let's burn it. It's covered in old paint.
I can't see that.
Yeah.
Maybe she burned some other dresses because she was like premeditating and she was like, I gotta make it look like I always burn the dresses.
This is something that I do.
This is something that I do.
But then also too, it's like, why would she do that in front of, if it was the murder dress, why would she do that in front of someone else? Like, why wouldn't she just,
well,
I
if
don't
it's
know,
premeditated, she's always burning dresses. She's like, this is just my regular dress burn.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it seems bizarre to me, to be honest.
It is. So Lizzie Borden's trial commenced on June 5th, 1893, before a panel of 3 judges and a jury of 12 men. Because of course it's all men, because women could not be on juries back then.
Oh God.
So one of the district attorneys, Thomas Moody, opened the state's case by throwing one of Lizzie's blue dresses on the prosecution table. Inside the dress were the skulls of Andrew and Abby.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? Sorry.
Yeah.
I was laughing out of shock, not out of,
No, it's not funny. It's like,
not
why
funny.
the fuck would
it's like, why would he do? That's so dramatic and theatrical, and like, obviously just trying to get a reaction from like the jury. But like, that is wild.
It's a little insane.
And also, like, you can't use human remains as props. Well, I guess you could back then, but that's
back then
really
they just
fucked
did whatever
up.
the fuck. But
no,
it is
truly,
fucked up.
That's horrible. Anyway, sorry.
So Moody then pulled the head of an axe out of a bag that he claimed was the murder weapon.
Oh, so now we're just lying.
That's
cool.
So Moody's speech went on for 2 hours and outlined how Lizzie was the only person with motive and opportunity to commit the murders. The prosecution suggested Lizzie's motive was money and hatred. They believed that Lizzie hated her stepmother and wanted to prevent her father from changing his will to benefit Abby over her.
Yeah.
Several witnesses testified for both the state and the defense, the most important being Bridget. During her testimony, Bridget claimed that the only person she saw in the house at the time of the murders was Lizzie. She also said that Andrew and Abby had experienced stomach pains the day before the murders. However,
Poison.
yeah,
Opium poisoning.
maybe she did buy the other acid.
Oh yeah.
prussic
never mind,
acid or
sorry.
whatever. the fuck.
Probably not opium then.
Although it did say, it said like they saw her buying it, but then in one of the sources it said like the doctor or pharmacist or whatever said he wouldn't sell it to her because he was like, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So, however, Bridget did claim that she had never witnessed, over the 2 years that she worked for the family, any signs of the rumored strained relationship between Lizzie and Abby. So, I mean, she's saying that they were fine. Like, there wasn't.
Of course she is, because she's in on it.
Perhaps. So, other testimonies included the Borden's doctor, Dr. Seabury Bowen.
Seabury.
His name is Seabury, yes. Who had been summoned to the home by Lizzie on the day of the murders. He recounted how Lizzie told him she had been in the barn looking for lead sinkers and how she wondered if Andrew's troubles with his tenants had something to do with the murders. He also said that Abby had visited him the day before the murders and had told him she believed someone was poisoning the family. Which is interesting.
Yeah.
So, he also agreed with the defense's suggestion that the morphine he had prescribed for Lizzie might have caused some of the confused and contradictory statements that Lizzie made while being interviewed.
Yeah. It is morphine.
It's morphine. So,
after all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, one of the defense's tactics was to poke holes in the prosecution's case. One question they asked was where the handle of the axe that the state claimed was part of the murder weapon was.
Wait.
So at the beginning he like took out the head of the axe. They're like, okay, so like where's the handle? And they didn't have an answer.
That is,
I mean,
if you're gonna provide a fake murder weapon,
like you gotta
have the whole.
You gotta
weapon.
like have your facts straight.
You can't just have 50% of the fake weapon.
Yeah. So they were unable to answer that. Doesn't look great. They also called the timeline into question, namely how Lizzie would have been able to kill her father, clean herself up, and hide the murder weapon in just 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Furthermore, the 3-judge panel ruled that Lizzie's testimony, the one where she like is all confused and like making contradictory statements, it couldn't be submitted into evidence as her lawyer had not been present for it. So the jury didn't hear that.
Oh, come on.
No. The jury also did not hear about how Lizzie had purchased or allegedly tried to prussic acid the day before. They didn't know that. The defense presented several witnesses who had seen an unknown man near the Borden house the evening before and on the morning of the murders. Emma Borden testified that Lizzie and their father had a good relationship and that Lizzie and Abby were cordial with each other. The defense also used Lizzie's character to their advantage. Of course they did.
Yeah.
Suggesting that a woman of exceptional Christian character would not commit such a crime. Well, nowadays, you don't really know anyone. But back then, they were like, she could never.
I know, but...
So the jury deliberated for only an hour and a half.
Doesn't seem like nearly enough time.
Before returning with their verdict, not guilty.
Well, I don't know about that one.
Yep. So after the trial, Lizzie and Emma inherited almost $500,000 back then.
Oh, geez.
In cash and real estate.
It's giving motive.
Yeah. So she and Emma purchased a large home in the affluent area of Fall River that they called Maplecroft. Maplecroft. Unfortunately, Lizzie and Emma had a falling out in 1904. No one really knows why.
Because she realized that she killed her dad.
Question mark.
Yeah, sorry.
And Emma moved out of the house in 1905. The sisters never saw each other again, which is very sad.
That is sad.
But I mean, if Lizzie did in fact kill her father, that's fair.
Yeah, that's
that's a valid reason to not talk to your sister again.
Yeah.
So Lizzie lived at Maplecroft until her death at age 67 in 1927. The murders of Andrew and Abby technically remain unsolved to this day.
Interesting. I kind of want to see what Maplecroft looks like. Sorry.
Yeah. I actually have no idea. I didn't look it up.
You can continue. I'm just gonna look it up.
I feel like this is like pretty. You're gonna be like, oh, so I'm gonna wait.
mean, it's pretty cool.
Is it? Let's see.
The inside.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that house.
Look at the back. That is huge.
Yeah. I mean, and definitely like way bigger than the house that they were in before.
This house is massive, actually. Anywho.
Okay, so in one source I read, the author visited the Lizzie Borden house and other landmarks in Fall River. She asked multiple people who were knowledgeable about the case, including tour guides and historians, if they thought Lizzie committed the murders. They all said no.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They all believed another person was responsible, John Morse, Emma and Lizzie's uncle.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, that kind of...
Yeah. So John was the brother of Lizzie and Emma's biological mother, Sarah.
Okay.
So the Bordens often hosted John, and he apparently was not a fan of Andrew or Abby. They all believe that it was possible that John had hired an assassin. So I say they all. This is all the historians and people who know a lot about this case. Yeah. They all believe that it was possible that John had hired an assassin.
Yeah.
Which may explain why Lizzie was spared despite her also being in the house. Because if it was like a targeted kill, they would have left Lizzie alone because she wasn't part of it.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
So even John's alibi that he had left that morning to visit another niece, it was apparently overly detailed to the point where some wonder if it was concocted beforehand to cover all his bases.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it's weird too because
he was never investigated too, which is interesting.
No, I think they just interviewed him and that was that.
Yeah, they never saw him as a suspect.
I even before I read that, I randomly had a weird feeling that maybe he was involved. I was trying to kind of based on what I know, piece together a timeline in which that would work. And then I read that, I was like, oh,
it's interesting because I guess they didn't even check out his alibi to see if he did go visit that niece. Obviously,
they probably didn't.
Yeah,
they probably were just
seem like it.
So there are other possible suspects as well.
Okay.
So first, there's the man that was seen hanging around the Borden house the night before and on the morning of the murders.
Mm-hmm.
One of the witnesses actually approached this man, and when they tried to speak to him, he didn't respond.
Weird.
Yeah. Allegedly, 12 days after the murders, a farmer was in the woods outside of town when he came across a man who kept repeating, "Poor Mrs. Borden," to himself. The farmer tried to speak to the man, but received no response.
That's freaky.
Yeah. The man then picked up a hatchet he had with him and shook it at the farmer.
What?
Yeah. The farmer, who had his own axe, shook his back at the man. So I just picture two men at each other.
Waving their axes.
Yeah. This prompted the man to jump over a wall and disappear into the woods. As he fled, the farmer...
Houdini.
As he fled, the farmer noticed specks of blood on his shirt. So this man is often referred to as the Wild Man.
Interesting.
And I think at some point they considered using this as evidence to point to her innocence, but I think the judge was no, that was 12 days after, so it's it's too far removed from the actual event to use it as evidence.
Yeah.
But still, other people did see another man skulking around the house.
Interesting.
Which makes me think that if it was John Morse who hired an assassin, maybe that was the assassin.
Yeah,
and
I was
still,
thinking
John
that
Morse
too.
is still involved, right?
Yeah.
So other people believe that Bridget, the maid, was involved. In this scenario, it's likely that she was an accomplice to Lizzie.
Yeah.
So those who believe this theory point to the fact that she didn't seem to hear anything as the two attacks were committed.
Yeah.
Because even during the first one, she was outside washing the windows, so she's still close to the house.
That's what I mean.
I feel you would still hear shit.
You would definitely hear shit.
Right? So furthermore...
Unless they were all in on it with the uncle. Bridget, Lizzie, and
yeah, you're right. It could have been a whole conspiracy.
A
whole conspiracy.
Lord.
So furthermore, there was a rumor that Lizzie gave Bridget money after the trial and instructed her to go back to Ireland and never come back. Bridget didn't end up going back to Ireland, but she did move farther away and never associated with them again.
For some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe that's
it's freaky.
The universe saying that's what happened.
Oh my god.
Also too, I will bring this up because some of you might be wondering. So there was apparently, I think it was the police who did in fact find a bucket in the basement that was full of bloody garments, but Lizzie explained it as that was her period. garments from her period, and so the police were like, "Oh, of course, yes. We're not gonna further discuss that. Of course, please do not talk to me about your menses." And they just never brought it up again.
Oh my god, sorry, that was so funny. That's so classic, actually.
It's so classic. I mean, no. Oh, lady issues. No. We cannot discuss.
We can.
So, question mark there as well.
That was funny.
Yeah. So there was also that. I mean, could it have been her?
It could have. It 100%
could it have been?
Should they have investigated it? Probably.
But they did not. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
So today, the Borden House in Fall River, Massachusetts is a bed and breakfast and museum.
That it is.
So visitors can stay in Lizzie and Emma's rooms, Abby and Andrew's room, the guest room where Abby was murdered, or stay in one of the 3 attic bedrooms. So the Lizzie... I don't know why I said it like that. The Lizzie Borden house is also, unsurprisingly, very haunted.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I can't believe you can stay in the guest room where she was murdered.
Yes, you can.
That is horrifying.
You can indeed. Yep.
If we go, I will not be staying in that room.
Okay. You'll see. You might not want to stay in the other rooms either.
Why? Are there mirrors facing mirors? You know how
I
I feel
have no
about
idea.
mirrors facing
I don't know
mirrors.
about that. I mean, there probably is.
Oh god, they're portals for demons. Come on.
So it's believed that the spirits of Andrew and Abby, as well as Lizzie, haunt the house.
Okay.
And then apparently there are the spirits of 2 kids, and these are believed to be children from next door who were allegedly drowned by their mother in a well. Yeah.
Okay, never going here.
We are though. So.
No, I can't. No, children in a well, Liz. That's like one of my top fears. We've never talked about this one, but this one is up there for me.
No, I think everyone knows that you don't like wells.
No, I hate wells. Hate wells. Hate mirrors.
It's allegedly. We don't know.
Hate cars that go into water, and you have to.
Cars that go into. Oh yes. At first, I was picturing a car going into a well, and I was like, "How does that work?"
It's just like expands.
Yeah.
Oh
so,
no.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why?
Sorry.
Why do you even do that? That's horrible.
I know. It's awful. I meant to look that up and see if there was any truth to that, and I did not.
I hate that so much.
But, yeah. So visitors have reported seeing a spectral cat. There's a kitty.
He's a little kitten.
Apparitions, doors opening and closing, and even objects flying across the room.
Classics.
Lizzie is believed to choke guests who lay in her bed. And apparently, in one thing I read, it actually is it's her bed. They still have her bed that she slept in there. I don't know. I'm assuming it's not the same mattress, but I would hope it's not.
And you're gonna stay on 126. No, it's more than that.
It's 134.
134-year-old mattress.
Yep.
Your back will break. Lizzie will choke you, and 2 kids will crawl out of the well.
Ew. Well, I don't know if there's. I don't think there's a well.
No, I don't do.
There's got to be a well. There probably was a well somewhere because that's how they got water back then. But I would imagine it's gone now. So people have heard noises coming from inside wardrobes, as well as disembodied footsteps and laughter. Others have felt unseen hands touch them. And then in the attic, children's laughter has been heard. Marbles will roll on their own, and coat hangers will jostle around.
Where are we getting marbles from?
I don't know. They're just... I guess they just randomly spawn.
You're just walking and you just fall.
You just trip on a marble.
There's just a bunch of marbles rolling around.
And then a rocking chair is known to rock back and forth on its own.
I don't like that. I also don't like rocking chairs.
So this is the thing. Apparently the attic is actually the most haunted.
What?
Which you'd think that the attic would be, because nothing technically happened up there. So you'd think that would be the safer area, but it's not.
Okay, well, we're not sleeping, and we're not going here. We can go on a tour. I'm not sleeping.
Okay, I will.
I'll sleep in the hotel next door.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I also don't like rocking chairs facing beds because I feel like that's people are going to watch you sleep.
Yeah. You can just picture a ghost sitting there watching you.
Well, when we went to Niagara on the Lake in the Moffat's Inn, there is a rocking chair that was facing the bed, and I had the little cot, and I kept waking up. But every time I sleep in that, hotel,
You always
I
get
wake
weird.
up because I always
Yeah.
think that like I have a feeling that something is sitting in the chair watching
Ew,
me. But
I hate that.
nothing is ever there
No.
that I can see. I just feel like something is watching
Yeah.
me. But I still love that hotel and
Yeah,
love going
it's so
there. It's
nice.
actually really vibey, and I loved our little suite that we stayed in.
Yeah, I love it up there.
But I did have horrible sleep.
Yeah.
Anywho.
So Abby's ghost has been seen around the house, mostly in the second floor hallway and the guest room, which makes sense.
Makes sense.
So visitors who spend the night in the guest room have reported feeling the bed sheets tighten around them and hear brushing against the sheets as if hands are sliding across them. So it'd be like,
Ew.
can you hear this in the microphone? Hold on, let me put the microphone. Because we're lying on the bed.
I don't love
That's
that.
my ASMR for the episode. So apparently you hear something like that.
Don't get me started on ASMR.
Do not. I hate ASMR. So crying can be heard coming from Lizzie's room, and it's believed to be her spirit. So people who
sad.
stay in the room that's like shares a wall, like will hear crying coming from the other side. One of the hosts at the Lizzie Borden house recounted a horrifying story in which she fell asleep in the main parlor after a long day of cleaning. She awoke around 3 a.m. I know, it's always fucking 3 a.m. And through the parlor door, she could see movement on the grand staircase. A figure-like shadow was pressed against the wall and slowly making its way up the stairs until it disappeared at the top. The host believes this was Lizzie.
Interesting.
So, more than a century later, the murders of Andrew and Abby Borden continue to fascinate people around the world. What began as a shocking crime in a quiet Massachusetts town has evolved into one of America's most enduring mysteries. Books, songs, films, television shows, stage productions, and even a ballet have all been inspired by the case.
What? Can we go to that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if anyone's doing it, but if anyone ever is, I'm down.
I would
Right?
love to see it.
So, the intense media coverage surrounding the murders and the arrest of Lizzie Borden transformed her into a household name, and despite her acquittal, public opinion remained divided. Over time, the story took a life of its own, cementing Lizzie's place in American folklore. More than 130 years later, the question of what happened inside the Borden house still sparks debate, ensuring that the legend of Lizzie Borden lives on.
Wild.
Yeah, that is Lizzie Borden. And
Creepy.
do you still think that she committed the murders?
I think that I do, but I don't think she acted alone.
Okay.
I think it was her and Bridget and potentially the uncle that like conspired.
I can see it where it's like her and the uncle conspiring, and then they paid Bridget off to like not say anything.
Yeah, maybe like that. Yeah. And maybe they did hire an assassin. I don't know, but I do feel like she was involved in
to a
some,
certain degree.
in some way,
Yeah.
shape, or form. And I feel like obviously the police didn't really do a great job
Well,
investigating
yeah.
it. I feel like I don't know. Maybe his alibi was checked out. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. If it was an assassin, then yeah, his alibi would have checked out because it
Yeah.
wasn't technically him who committed
Yeah,
it.
that's a very good point.
right.
Yeah.
He just hired someone else to do it.
Yeah. So
And,
I do think that they were like involved
Mm-hmm.
in some way. I also feel like it's interesting that like the sister Emma, like when she was questioned, she just said that she wasn't like, oh yeah, like they have a great relationship or whatever. She was just like, oh yeah, like the stepmom and her are cordial. And cordial to me feels like it's like
They just like
they're cordial now. Like that, like to me, based on what like her statement or whatever, it seems like to me it feels like that cordial piece is like it hasn't always been cordial. Because like
Probably
I feel
not,
like when
no.
you're describing things as cordial, it's like it's cordial now. You know what I mean?
it's like something has happened in
Something
the
has
past,
happened.
but like now you're kind of like over it and you just like
Yes.
deal with each
and
other.
like now you're cordial. Like you deal with each other.
Exactly. Yeah. I can see that.
So I do think that she was involved in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if she did the actual murdering, but yeah, I do think she was involved.
in some
capacity.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Craziness.
Should we ask the pendulum what it thinks?
Yes. Okay, let me go.
Good old Pendy. Did we name it? Can you name
No,
a
I
pendulum? Should you name a pendulum?
I don't know.
I don't know. We gotta look up the rules.
I gotta look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Should we let the pendulum name itself?
That's creepy.
I know. Sorry.
I've acquired the pendulum. Okay.
Murph is very interested in the pendulum. He keeps looking. Like, every time he brought it out,
I
he, like,
know.
comes over.
He, like, goes, like, right over to it.
But he's not afraid of it. He just kind of looks at
like,
it. He's like,
curious
that's so
about it.
interesting. He's very curious about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is good, because I'd be afraid if he was afraid of it. I like that he's not afraid of it.
Right?
If Murph was afraid of it, I would be scared.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's just itching and scratching.
Okay, are we ready?
We're ready. Jumpy jumpies.
Okay, so for everyone,
Sit, Babaloo.
so when I calibrated it, so if it swings,
Hold on. Sit. Okay, you're licking the fan.
He's licking my bag. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Well, I don't want him to, like, come over and start giving you kisses when you have the. Okay, Bubba, sit. Sit, Babaloo.
I just can't put my bag over here. I'm
You
sorry.
sit down. You sit. 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 Sit down.
Okay.
Sit down.
Okay, so when the pendulum swings, like left to right, that's yes. When it swings, like, I don't know,
Right.
like horizontally, like
Oh,
away from me and like to me, that's no. And then when it spins
That's-
clockwise, that's either maybe or I don't know.
Yes.
That's when I asked it to show me those things, that's what it did. Okay, so did Lizzie Borden kill her parents?
It's saying yes.
It's saying yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and it's like real
It's
swinging.
really swinging.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, that's so scary.
Okay, according to the pendulum,
let's,
she did.
Let's ask if the uncle and Bridget were involved.
We're involved? Okay.
Yeah. What's the uncle's name?
John.
Was
John Morse and Bridget involved in the killing of Andrew and Abby?
Wait, sorry. Maybe we should ask one by one. Because it might say, I don't know if we ask.
No, it's saying yes.
Oh, I just got goosebumps. Oh, now it's saying I don't know. No, it's saying
No, that
yes.
was me. Like, kind of moved my hand a bit.
Oh my! No, it's saying I don't know. Is it?
I
that
I
yes?
moved my hand up a bit. We can ask
Okay.
again. We can ask again.
Yeah.
Okay, you ask.
What do I say? Was John? What you ask? You ask.
Okay. Was John and Bridget involved in the killings? Yes.
Oh, it's so.
That was weird because it kind of like started spinning.
I hate when
and
it
then
does
all of a sudden it was like yes.
I hate when it does that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, here. Did Lizzie actually like physically kill them with an axe?
Oh, it's saying.
Saying I don't know, maybe. Interesting.
Well, we should ask if an assassin was hired.
Was it an assassin that killed them? That's no.
Okay, so no to assassin. Oh my god, it's so
So.
scary. Should we
Okay.
ask if it was John? We're gonna be here all day.
I think, according to the pendulum,
Yes.
they were all involved,
were all involved.
but Lizzie was the one who did it.
Yes.
According to the pendulum.
Well, maybe she didn't kill them with an axe. Maybe she killed them with something else because we asked if she killed them with an axe, didn't we?
But that's how it is like based on
Oh,
their
it
wounds.
is.
Like
Oh,
it was
okay.
an axe or a hatchet.
Okay.
They were bludgeoned to death. It was.
I don't know. Maybe it was a very long knife.
No, I feel like that would. Yeah, that would.
I feel like it
different.
wouldn't.
That
I
would be
don't know.
different.
Anyway.
All right, that is Lizzie Borden
Oh, loved it.
and the
Great
craziness of that. Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I truly enjoyed that
I
episode.
tried my
a lot.
best. I tried to like get into all like the main details of it without like going too crazy. 'Cause I
Yeah.
feel like that's one you can kind of get lost in.
Oh my god, yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow or subscribe to us wherever you're listening. We would also appreciate it if you could leave us a 5-star review on Spotify or a 5-star and written review on Apple Podcasts. Also be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Haunted Hangout Podcast. And if you have a spooky story you'd like to share, you can email it to hauntedhangoutpodcast13@gmail.com. And guess what? We are on Patreon.
We are.
So for just $5 a month, you'll get early access to episodes, a bonus episode each month, and you'll also be able to vote on future topics. So, for example, we by the time this episode comes out, our bonus episode will be out because I'll probably put it out this week. I talked about the Woodchester Mansion in England and the spooky ghosts that are there, like what was the Headless Horseman?
Yes.
You liked that guy.
I did like that
There's
guy.
also a floating head in one of the bathrooms.
Yep.
Creepy. A floating coffin over a
Yes.
lake. What
Yes.
the absolute fuck?
Yep.
A lot of weird
shit
going on there. There's also a bunch of bats in the attic.
Yes.
So if you'd like to hear that episode, you can join our Patreon. And then we also did a poll recently for Chelsea's next episode. By this point, we would have closed the poll, but we'll probably do another one for my next episode.
Yeah.
So Chelsea will be covering Mandy the Doll.
Yes.
As voted by our Patreon subscribers.
Yes. Thank you for voting.
All right.
Mandy the Doll it is.
Mandy the Doll. And that is it. That is all I have.
Thanks for tuning into Haunted Hangout. As always, stay curious and have a
Maybe don't kill your parents.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Okay.
Maybe if you find a thing of bloody rags in the basement, don't just be like, oh, I can't. That's her period. Bye. Maybe actually investigate.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe that.
Maybe that.
Okay, bye.
Bye.